Good afternoon. Today we're making some delicious fermented sauerkraut. Thanks for joining me. Here's the things I'm going to use. I'm going to use probably half of this carrot, and I'm going to use some pink Himalayan salt, a half of an onion, or a clove of garlic, and some organic cabbage. So here's what we're going to do. We've got a bowl about this size, and now we're gonna chop up our vegetables. So I'm going to take this onion, I'm going to chop it in little strips. And you don't have to worry about it being fine or just. This will just add a little more taste to our sauerkraut. Like that. Just cut that 3 parts. Like that. Add it in your bowl. Now we're going to crush this garlic. Pull it out. This one we have to chop pretty fine, so if you've never had fresh fermented sauerkraut, you've been missing out. It's really good. Like that. Add that to the bowl. We'll chop up those other little pieces and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to open up our cabbage and we're going to rinse it really. Okay, I got it rinsed. Let's take a paper towel and just kind of wipe the excess water off of it. Of course, when you wash it, you want the top of the head of the cabbage pointing up and the bottom down, because if you wash it here, your water gets down inside the cabbage leaves. We don't want that. Okay, now I want to peel away one leaf. Like that. I'm going to now I'm going to take a jar. I'm going to set it down inside of the leaf like that. I'm going to take my knife and go around the edges of it. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to take that off there. Like that. And you'll see what this is for at the end of the video. We'll do the other one now. I'm going to do it exactly the same way. Okay, now we're going to chop our cabbage in half. Like that. And I think that a lot of people cut that core out, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm using a quart jar, and I don't think this whole piece of cabbage is going to fit in there. So, okay, now I'm going to cut it another half like that. And then I'm going to chop this up. Start with this end. You cut it as fine as you want it. Like that, that's how fine it. Add that to our bowl. And fermented sauerkraut is so simple to make, and it's really delicious. It's full of nutrition, vitamin C, vitamin K2, A vitamins, and some of your B vitamins. It is very good for you. It has a lot of probiotics in it, but Anyhow, it's very simple to make it.
So like that. I'm going to chop this one up and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, now we're going to grate our carrot. I've got an old grater that I use. We're going to do about half this carrot. You see how fine it is. Just add that to your cabbage.
I read an article one time about these Vikings. They would take these big keg barrels and they fill it with sauerkraut and they take it on a voyage with them. And one time, one of the seamen had cut his arm, the knife, and it got infected. So they packed it full of this sauerkraut and wrapped it, and his arm got better. It was because of the probiotics in it that kept the infection out of his arm.
Like, yeah, that's about half. So we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to add our Himalayan salt. Yeah, add just a little bit. Just mix it all together. Just use your hands. Mix it in really good. And crunch it up in your hand a little bit. Like that. And I'm going to add a little more Himalayan salt. I use a good quality salt. It has lots of minerals. Himalayan salt has a lot of minerals. So it's got copper and stuff in it. The good thing about sauerkraut, it's high in probiotic and it's high in vitamin C, and it even has a little bit of K2 in it. Vitamin K2. I think one spoonful, or not one spoonful, but one cupful contains almost 700 milligrams of vitamin C. It's a natural vitamin C, guys. And 10 micrograms of the, if I remember right, of the vitamin K2. 1 cup is trillions of good gut bacteria that you need for digestion. It's got the prebiotics and the probiotics in it, so that's what you're looking for right there. We're going to let it rest there for a little bit before we put it in the jar. Alright, I'm going to let it cover up for a little bit and let it sit there for a while.
Well, I got me a McDonald's cup, and I'm going to cut the bottom out, and I'm going to use this to stuff my mason jar with the sauerkraut.
You want to set this down on top of there. You want to stick it down inside the jar like that, just like that. And it may have to hold it, but that's so you can put your sauerkraut inside your jar without making a big mess. Okay, now we're gonna make a brine. I'm gonna take the Himalayan salt. I'm gonna use a couple of tablespoons. There we go. I don't use a whole bunch, but then your sauerkraut will be real salty. But it's better to have a little salty than not have enough salt. And now I'm gonna add the filtered water, just regular drinking water, just like that. And we'll stir it up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna mix it really good. Just like that, guys. That's really salty. Yep, very salty. Okay, guys, the time has come. We're gonna add our sauerkraut in there. Put it on top, and it goes right down inside of your jar. Okay, just move it. Back it down a little bit. And then we'll add some more sauerkraut. Press it down. Here we go. We're not going to make a big mess. Just a little more in it. Okay, that's about as full as I'm going to get it. We'll set that aside. Okay. We're going to add these leaves as the top. I'm going to slide it in at the side like that. Push it down in there a little ways. I ended up, I cut 3. Like that. Just push it down in there. Okay, now we're going to put our weight in there. What I got for a weight is a rock. I found a rock in the creek. I took it and I boiled it for 20-30 minutes after I washed it really good, and then I took it out, washed it again really good, then dried it. It works as a good weight to hold your solids down. You want that liquid to be up above your solids, like there, like that. And now we're gonna add that saltwater brine. We can't add a whole lot because we don't have a whole lot of room. That's going to be about it that we can add. Okay, now we're just going to push that down a little bit. We're going to pull out any top cabbages that are on top. I'm sure it's fine if you have a few little pieces laying around, but I try to get all the cabbages off top. And it's up above the rock. Yeah, you know, that's just like that. All right. I'll put the top on it. You know, you got to allow room for it to expand. So here's what I do. I use a plastic glove, go over the top of it. That will allow it to expand. And this is going to produce gas. So I just use that to, and you want to make sure you wash your glove really good with some salt, with some soap and hot water. But you can buy those little burper kits that you put on top and you screw down. It's like a plastic one that'll let the gas out. But this will blow up. And this is a good way to get your vitamin C and all your some of your other vitamins, vitamin A, and you get all the minerals that you need from your gut bacteria and stuff. And if you're doing ketogenic diet or a carnivore diet, this is excellent. If you're concerned about not getting your vitamin C, guys, this is a good way to get it. I'm going to leave this for about 14 days in a cool, dark place, and we'll check back at it in 14 days. Hi everyone, it's day 10. This sauerkraut's been fermenting for over 10 days now. This glove was fully blown up. It's full of gas and it's starting to deflate. I let some of the gases out, relieved it, and I also put a rubber band around the bottom to hold it on there. So I'm gonna let this ferment for another 2 weeks, but I'm gonna change the lid. Okay, now I took the lid off. You can see that everything that's on the top, it's very few, but that's what you want. All your solids below the liquid point. So we're gonna put the lid on. You screw the lid on there. Get it good and tight, and then put it back where you got it. You want it in a room that's dark and cool. A garage or a root cellar is a place you want to store your sauerkraut or make it. Also, it puts off an odor that might not be desirable, but the end product would be really good. It smells delicious after it's been fermenting for about a month. Well, guys, it's been about a month. I've been fermenting this for 4 weeks. It's turned out pretty good. It smells really delicious. I'll probably ferment another month before I put it in the fridge. And the lactic acid and the salt preserve it. So this sauerkraut is high in vitamin C, K2, vitamin A, the B vitamins, some of your B vitamins, not all of them, but it's really good for your gut because it has the good probiotics in it. It will help you digest your food if you're on a carnivore or keto diet.
Uh, but anyhow, that's how I make my sauerkraut. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next one. You've been watching Doug Bryan on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed today's show, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.